Welcome to LinkedIn Power Profile. I am Shadidi Laser, and this is your step-by-step walkthrough of the key essential elements of your LinkedIn profile. This particular webinar is created as a thank you and as a show of additional value from my recent presentation workshop at the SharePoint Saturday New York City event. And for those of you who are new to SharePoint Saturday, it is a one-day conference that is open to the community, that is focused on the latest and greatest of Microsoft technology. There were over 28 speakers from around the world that gathered at Microsoft Times Square on 8th Avenue and allowed for every attendee to pick their own tracks in terms of administration, project management, end user, business user, beginner, and go down a path to learn more, to be more valuable to their organization, to their individual businesses and or work centers, or for those who are looking to transition into the Microsoft community to get some key tips to shorten the time and effort roadmap through direct resources from the experts themselves. So my particular session was the LinkedIn Your New Intelligent Career Dashboard, in which I walked through how, since LinkedIn is Microsoft's largest acquisition in the history of the company, how it is being positioned alongside Office 365 and integrated with key platforms such as Microsoft Dynamics and Office 365 to help Microsoft attain global dominance and overall positioning and market share as it relates to growth as a company. I also covered how AI was also going to be utilized within the LinkedIn platform to help create a streamlined experience. Now, there's no way within that session, it was action-packed with questions, resources, and a great discussion from a packed room of attendees. And so this particular session is to go more into the technical details of your LinkedIn platform. First things first, I'm going to share my screen. And go into a few key details that you need from the session. So I'm sharing my screen now, and what we have are the supporting documents from the workshop. So what we have, I'll open up the first document. And what we have is a questionnaire that is designed to categorize what your experience is on the LinkedIn platform. So how are you exposed to new opportunities? Now, the major thought behind this question, which was covered in the workshop at SharePoint Saturday, New York, is when you are positioned properly and your reputation is a form of active currency, you are invited to new opportunities instead of applying to new opportunities. And I use the analogy of you're with your significant other, it's a Friday night and it's raining outside and you're waiting in line at the busiest nightclub in town. It's date night and it's raining, pouring rain. And when you are applying to opportunities, you're competing with everyone else. And that is known as the outsider tax, paying the outsider tax. But when you are positioned properly, then using the same analogy, the club owner, him or herself, comes and gives you direct access to VIP. And that's where you want to be. So how are you exposed to new opportunities? And there's three options here. Number two, describe your LinkedIn relationship. So there is the hot and cold dynamic where many are utilizing LinkedIn when they need a job, or the cold dynamic where people have a opportunity and they're gainfully employed and they don't use LinkedIn at all. So there's a range where people who are power users of LinkedIn utilize LinkedIn on a daily basis for reputation management purposes. And number three, how are you actively maintaining your network? So this goes into a key concept that was covered within the workshop in terms of your network as a service. So this is the first worksheet that you will have received if you attended the workshop. Next is the keywords, and I'm bringing that up now. Launching Word Online, which is hosted on OneDrive. So your profile headline, and there's a formula here in terms of using title plus result plus who you serve and listing your revised headline below. Because many people ask me, they say, Shadi, what is the proper way to list my headline? My headline is too long, and I provided you with a clear formula. Number two, my profile picture is, and this is a range of 1 through 5. And so those are the details with your profile picture. Number three, your contact and personal info section. And this is important for branding purposes and also search engine optimization, where your personal profile link should be personalized. In my case, since Mr. Shadid is the handle that I use across all social media platforms, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Pinterest, it's utilized everywhere you can find me online, including my website. So my LinkedIn profile is Mr. Shadid. So profile keywords, number 4, you want to have a clear idea of your keywords because you want to integrate these keywords within your resume and also within your LinkedIn profile description. So the keywords are below, and this is a table of up to 10 terms that you can and should utilize. So project management may be one. Let's say SharePoint may be another. Business analyst may be another. Responsive design may be another. So based on your skill set and your passions and your 5-year plan, this is what will dictate what your keywords are. And a few questions in terms of your professional profile to help you along. And we'll walk through the professional profile in a second. But what problems do you solve, ranging to who you support? So your profile should answer the following questions that are listed in number 5 on this particular worksheet. Moving forward into the next worksheet. This is the proximity radar. And so we have up to 13 questions and actual homework. So when you ask the question, what do I list on my LinkedIn profile? Number 9 and number 10 and number 11 are all ideas. So curate a post from your favorite thought leader. Or number 8, publish a post from your blog or social media channels. And number 7 is a great relationship strategy. Give 10 endorsements to various members of your network. So these are the worksheets that you will have access to. And if you navigate to the link that was provided in the session, you will be able to access all of these. You can also text LinkedIn 2018 to 44222 in order to gain access to these worksheets as well, for those of you who are viewing the on demand. Now we're going to switch gears and go directly into the profile. So we'll start with a cover photo. At the very top, you should have a cover photo. Your cover photo should have your key image or your key message within your particular profile. So first things first. In my case, my cover photo highlights credibility. As seen and heard, there's a specific dimension in terms of length and width that is utilized. People, process, platform is my methodology. Those are the three islands of every business from my experience, and a few ideas that I'm known for. Entrepreneur, international speaker, publisher, philanthropist. In other words, what I want people to think about when they come into contact with my ideas. So now I'm going to select edit within the profile itself. And so with the headline, you want to make sure that the headline itself is not too long. And as you can see, I have one character remaining for my headline. So you want to, again, quantify your experience in a way that catches people's attention. So you want to include your keywords. Social selling, CRM systems would be keywords for me. Other key examples include utilizing numbers to quantify. So I empower small business owners to pursue their dreams. I empower 10,000 small business owners to pursue their dreams through entrepreneurship training and resources would be one example. So when I hear that particular example, I can think of the word 10,000. It gives me a picture in my mind of the type of network that I'm looking to build. So let's talk about our profile photo for a second. You want to make sure your profile photo contains the entire headshot. So the space above your head should be available. You want a professional photo to be done. You can go to the Microsoft Store and receive a complimentary photo shoot for your LinkedIn profile. You want to, dress code is often a frequently asked question. What do I wear during my headshot photo shoot? And you always want to dress one level above that which you do daily. So if you are a graphic designer and your office is very laid back and there's, let's say, beach music playing and it's just an awesome place to work, it's very relaxed, and everyone is allergic to suits, then just put on a button-up shirt and that is fine. One step above. In no circumstances do you want to present yourself as extremely casual on a LinkedIn platform. So I have on a blazer, personable, warm smile, friendly, solid background, and a close-up picture. So you don't want a group photo of 5 to 10 people. You want a solo shot for your particular profile photo. The LinkedIn logo in gold indicates premium. So there's various features that are included for premium users. Your current position. This will pull directly from your profile. So you want to make sure your keywords are listed and that it tells the full story of what you do. This does not need to be, let's say, a long drawn out title, but you want to make sure it's relevant to your career industry. So making up titles and it does not benefit you from the standpoint of what this is used for, which is to allow people to view this information and make decisions. You want to include your education as well. You want to include a relevant industry. So in my case, that would be your information technology and services, contact info. You want that to be listed here. So you can add your contact info, you can add your address. In my case, I have a Gmail account and I have my Twitter info. Once it reaches Gmail, there's numerous routing rules that are applied. And birthday, you want your birthday to be visible because it provides you with numerous opportunities to follow up with people because they will wish you happy birthday and you can initiate follow-up discussions from that. So going back to the edit intro, and this is the summary. So what you have here, in the way my summary is set up, is an interview style. So when you read this summary, it gives you an idea of my big ideas or what I'm most known for. So if a person or a colleague has interest in what I bring to the table, then what you have is essentially the interview is 70% complete. So what recent projects am I most proud of? Authoring a Amazon best-selling book on business. What does an exciting day look like for me? And so this gives me the opportunity to infuse keywords that are relevant to my career and my path, as well as to share my passions. What qualities set me apart from my peers? And this, again, allows me to sell myself with my experience. And I have a few sections here that list my credibility. And so, of course, there's a character limit for your summary, your profile summary. So you want to make sure that is listed. Now, when we look at media, this is a very important part of your profile. You can upload presentations, you can upload videos, and the key here is that you want to lead with strong examples of what you bring to the picture. So you can upload images, you can upload documents, you can upload sites, full presentation, and video. And I highly recommend that you utilize assets that will benefit you the strongest. So I have presentations here. I also have video in terms of my radio show, and that I use LinkedIn to attract new guests for interviews. I have listed my best-selling book, and this is here. Presentations. So case studies. More radio segments. This is announcing a new session at SharePoint Saturday, the conference, and white paper documentation. I'm going to select save. Now, within your profile, your dashboard is going to show what is going on in terms of your numbers. It's important to know your numbers. So who's viewed my profile? First of all, I have an all-star profile, and this is important because the all-star gives you an idea of how optimized your profile is. Who's viewed my profile recently? Video views. This will be a different metric if you have not uploaded videos at this point, and search appearances as well. So when you have premium LinkedIn, you can see who has actually viewed your profile. So that's important to note. Career advice. This is a very helpful section to build relationships. So make sure this is turned on. And career interests. This allows recruiters to let you know that you're open for opportunities. So make sure this is on if you are searching for opportunities. Here are suggestions to strengthen your profile. You also have your articles and activities section. Now, when it comes to articles, the very first place, because everyone often asks, what should I include on my profile? So the first place I would look is people also viewed. So I would view the profiles of the following individuals, because the underlying AI architecture that guides this particular section is sharing that there is a relevancy with these individuals. So if they have helpful posts and information that is relevant to your interest, your audience, and your overall path, then I would use this section as a roadmap to share content within my profile. You also want to share from your blog. It's perfectly okay to have a blog post published on your website and take that existing content and repurpose it on the LinkedIn platform. And of course, with all activity, it gives you an idea of what you're liking, what you're sharing on this particular. And if you want to see the full view, you can see all activities. But let's select manage followers. And from here, these are the people who have most recently followed me. And if you want to follow them back, then you can do so here. So when you select to follow them, you will receive their updates within your LinkedIn profile timeline. Back to the profile. So I will select career advice and select edit preferences so that you can see. I prefer to give advice to someone who's in my first or second degree network, in my region, or for my school. So I can best give advice, and what this will tell LinkedIn is what areas you want to be featured within. So we're going to select the section here. And I'm going to select corporate services. And you can type exactly what will show up. And LinkedIn provides you with examples if you have issues, and several different examples. And you can leverage this yourself if you have issues with writing your own. So you can get started with this so that people who are looking for career advice will be able to see this. So this invokes the law of reciprocity and with helping others, and it also allows you to make key business connections that can lead to referrals, recommendations within your overall job field. So I select save, and I'm going to go to view their profile. And so I have 3 individuals, and the scenario is how to transition into the consulting field and how to leverage my strengths based on current experiences. The idea is to eventually plan programs for developing countries that address climate concerns, especially for underserved communities, to increase global climate resilience. And so you can start the conversation and provide advice, or remove this altogether. We'll look at another. So I have the opportunity to provide guidance to these individuals. These are all profiles from LinkedIn. And so that is the career advice section. Going back to the profile. Your experience section, very important. This is a key area to include your keywords: SharePoint, Dynamics, Office 365, Team Foundation Server, local and state government. So those are my experiences. Volunteer experience is very important. So I have my experience listed here. This is another way to connect and to show that you are a well-rounded individual. Skills and endorsements, you want to make sure that your skills are updated. This is where the keywords worksheet that I covered in the beginning of this session are all valuable and helpful. So I've been endorsed heavily for SharePoint, for Microsoft Office SharePoint Server, cloud computing, and a few other areas: consulting, enterprise architecture, to name a few. When you drill down into tools and technologies, Office 365. So it's important to know what your skills are, because people will come to your profile and begin to add endorsements to your profile. Now, recommendations, I highly recommend that you make this part of your process. So asking for a recommendation will go into this section. And these are all sections from previous recommendations. You can show or hide specific recommendations. You can also give recommendations, which I highly recommend. With your accomplishments, you want to list your certifications, any organizations that you have. And if you follow these steps, you will strengthen your LinkedIn profile skill set. So yes, we've covered many aspects of the LinkedIn profile experience. And the question is always, well, it looks good from the training, but can you help with any guidance on moving forward with my LinkedIn profile? And the answer is, of course. So what I offer is the LinkedIn Power Profile Walkthrough. And with this particular training, you will receive step-by-step guidance on updating your profile step by step. So when it comes to the areas of your headline for your profile, when it comes to what do I put in my actual profile summary, these are all step-by-step guidance that I provide. It is a 3-week training course with unlimited email support. And I will share the screen now. And what we have here is the ability to eliminate the frustration with your LinkedIn profile by providing video training to walk you through the exact setup of your LinkedIn profile based on your unique industry, your unique skills and abilities. So you will receive unlimited email support. Any questions that you have, you will receive recordings of our sessions. You will receive step-by-step review of anything that's created during the session for best practices. And this is available at the discount rate of one-time payment of $67. So for $67, you will receive step-by-step guidance on how to update your LinkedIn profile. So this is found at bit.ly/easy LinkedIn123. That is bit.ly/easy LinkedIn123. Now, I hope that you have enjoyed this training on the LinkedIn Power Profile. This is as a thank you for the audience that attended the SharePoint Saturday New York City workshop and my LinkedIn Your New Intelligent Professional dashboard. And of course, I could not cover all the details of LinkedIn within 75 minutes. So this is an encore presentation for you to get up to speed. On behalf of SharePoint Saturday New York City, on behalf of all individuals who are looking to increase their profiles, I thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm Shadidi Laser. You can go to bit.ly/easy LinkedIn123 to take part in the LinkedIn Power Profile training. Have a powerful and productive day.